Welcome back, Wolfpack Villas here with the middle of our Fan Fridays viewing experience for this week, and this battle looks like it could be a little wild. Like, the opponent seems like there's some kind of crazy gimmick going on, and then Togekiss, Ferrothorn. Like, I just don't trust the Blissey and the Shuckle on the same team, and I'm wondering why there's a Vaporeon involved. It's either random or it's some kind of calculated thing. I don't know. So, switches out to Togekiss, goes into Ludicolo, and then we're going to see a Protect from the Shuckle. So this is already an interesting setup. Acid Armor. Very bold to set up in doubles like that for an Acid Armor on the Vaporeon. And then Ferrothorn is going to get a Leech Seed. So Leech Seed already started. Got actually a really good prediction because the opponent just randomly protected with a Shuckle. So now Ferrothorn is starting to set up its Sustain. It doesn't really have too much stopping it. And it goes for a Protect. Now Ludicolo throws out the Teeter Dance. Yes, alright. Teeter Dance is one of my favorite moves in doubles because it does just that. It confuses everything on the battlefield, and since Ferrothorn protected, you get a free confusion on 2 of your opponents. So the setup worked out pretty well, but the Vaporeon gets the attack off and uses Acid Armor yet again. So being at +4, it's at 3 times its defenses. Terrifying. And then Shuckle hits itself. So that's going to be a little extra Leech Seed to heal as well, and Vaporeon just take a small amount of chip damage. So snaps out of confusion and goes for the Protect on the Shuckle. So Shuckle he hasn't done anything. He's protected and hit himself. And then Giga Drain going to do a solid hit onto the Vaporeon, but Moringa Berry raising the special defense. Man, that opponent, he's getting super tanked up. And then throws out the Baton Pass. Uh-oh. That's probably not very good because there's Blissey. So now Blissey, its only crutch is that it has low defenses. Now it has pretty okay defenses because of that whole Baton Pass thing, and it even has some extra special defense, which is terrifying. So Ferrothorn is going to protect, and then we're also going to have Ludicolo throughout the Teeter Dance again, just trying to hope that, this Blissey doesn't get even more set up. So confused on the Shuckle, it gets reconfused. And then we also have Blissey getting confused, but Lumberry is going to cure it, and then it's throwing out the Minimize. Oh, this Blissey, I don't even know how it's going to go down. Now, the only thing that's fortunate right here, I guess, is that because Vaporeon Baton passed with a Leech Seed on, Leech Seed stays on it, and Ferrothorn is going to be able to heal it up. So Ludicolo is also throwing out an Ice Beam, but because of the Minimize, it misses. And Blissey gets another. So right now, we're at ×3 defense, ×2 special defense, and like 50% accuracy. And then Shuckle goes for the Guard Split. Now, Guard Split only changes the base stats. So now, Shuckle's defense got halved with Blissey's defense, which means Blissey's defense is insane, and then the Acid Armor boost applies. I think it lost a little bit of special defense in the end, because it has higher special defense. No, actually, Shuckle has the highest special defense, I think. So overall, I think Blissey gained. The special defense might have been a little bit of a draw. I don't know. But at least Ferrothorn now has Leech Seed across the board. And Ice Beam is going to slowly do pretty much nothing to Blissey. And there's another Minimize. And then we're going to have to wait on that Leech Seed to try to do something. Most likely when you're this set up, it's going to take a hard status to really get anything done. Shuckle used Bulldoze, but I'm pretty sure it just did nothing. Like, I saw no damage anywhere. It missed on Blissey, and that's just wild. So, yeah, Shuckle getting some work done. Like, unfortunately, if Blissey's trying to go for some Toxic as well, Blissey can't Toxic the Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn had a lot of Leech Seed going for it, and now Togekiss comes in. Now, because of the switch, Leech Seed is going to be healing Togekiss up, and then Ice Beam is going to just do ever so slightly more to Blissey, and the freeze happens. So, through all the Minimize boost, through all that, Ice Beam lands, and then freezes with that 10% chance, and then Shuckle goes for the Power Split. I don't think Power Split is going to do too much. But now, even though Togekiss didn't take damage, it's going to get that Leech Seed. It's going to do that % health. And Blissey is frozen, which means Blissey is not in a good position. Air Slash actually lands. Does like 1 damage, but it landed. And Ice Beam, I was about to say, if that landed, that's just absurd. But it does do a little bit of damage to the Shuckle. So Blissey's staying frozen as well. This is kind of crazy. Now, there's the Bulldoze. it's going to miss on the Blissey and do... I'm just not seeing any damage on Ludicolo. It's like speed drops at this point. So that's going to be more Leech Seed. And, I mean, if Blissey doesn't unthaw or thaw out, it's over for Blissey, which is super, super crazy. So, Blissey getting hacked out in this one. But that's like really the only way it can beat a +6 minimize with all those defensive boosts. And it's a double switch. So just kind of making sure, just in case Blissey wakes up, trying to capitalize on the situation. Ferrothorn comes back in, and Blissey still stays frozen. So that's going to be game for the Blissey right there. Bulldoze going to come across. Does 5 damage to Ferrothorn, 11 damage to Swampert. Drops speed all across. Actually, that was a crit on Swampert even. And drops speed all across the board. And that's going to do it right there. So that's going to be Leech Seed finishing off the Blissey. That was seemingly unstoppable. Man, that Vaporeon had a solid setup though. Like, that was ridiculous. And it ended up working out really well for the setup. The execution got just stopped out by Ice. That one hit that came through and froze it. So now we get to see Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert against this team seems like it's going to clean up pretty hard. Pretty much Shuckle's gone immediately. Like, Leech Seed is going to finish it off. Swampert just going for the Protect though. Understanding that Ferrothorn has grass, it can Power Whip. Most likely just go Power Whip and kill it. And then Shuckle can't do anything because Leech Seed is going to finish it off. So, trying to set up again, Acid Armor on the Vaporeon. Ferrothorn just throwing out the Power Whip anyways. High base power. I think it's 120 base power. Not the perfect accuracy, so kind of risky. But Vaporeon does go down in the end. That's going to be Leech Seed finishing off Shuckle. And now the opponent is down to 1 Pokemon against a full roster. So I don't think it's looking too hot. And it's going to be the Absol. So maybe Mega Absol won't get Leech Seed, but the opponent forfeits. And I would be mad if I was the opponent right now. Getting that Blissey set up perfectly and then losing out to it. But I think it was still pretty cool. So I'm going to throw it out for the Fan Fries. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. 2 more Fan Fries. Such an exciting week hopefully coming up. And I hope you guys get ready for some more Fan Fries action.